Hey, what's up, guys? Chili Moose here, back again, and today we are talking DJing with the Traktor Control S2. I got here the old Traktor Z2 controller, and I'm gonna walk you guys through some of the issues that I found and some of the things that will help you out when you first open this up out of the package. And we also have some harmony cases. This is for the Traktor Control S2, and then also something so I could put my microphone setup in there, and maybe some power lines for all the connections. All right, so let me set things up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this here is the HC4 UAD part number harmony case, and this is what I was saying for the microphone setup, where you'll have the case here. Looks like it comes with some hardware. I don't know if you guys can see in here. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. Here it is. Alright, so we're going to put this aside for a second, and let's open up the other box. So this here is the Harmony HCTK S8LT. So the reason I bought this one is because this guy will fit this Traktor Control S2. So I did look at other cases, but the dimensions just weren't adding up. So let's take a look and see what this looks like. Okay. Looks like a little Velcro here. And this has, so I could put the laptop up here. Oop. All right, I guess it's backwards. All right, here we go. All right, so obviously this is so that you could get access to the controller. Looks like there's a little glue there, but and then you can put your laptop up here and set the controller in here. So let's get this set up, and then I'll talk more about it. All right, last but not least, we have the Traktor Control S2. So this is very light, and it's replacing this Traktor Control Z2, which is heavy. This is, you know, when you're lugging road gear, this is a lot of weight. So, and you know, I use this with the Technic 1200s with the control vinyl. So going down to a more compact setup. So hopefully this will do the trick. So let me get this opened up. I'll get it all set up and I'll talk to you guys about it. Here it is. Yeah, side by side comparison. All right. All right, guys, I want to show you something. So I trimmed these out so that this could sit in there. And so these are layered. Let me see if you can see it. These are layered pieces of foam. So if you go too deep, you could just, you know, just peel it off, and then add some more in there. Now I didn't go all the way down because I wanted to sit up a little bit so that, you know, the phone's out jack isn't like bending the cord, and I'll show you the back end as well. But I went a little too deep on this, but it's okay because you just fill it back in, and I'll put some glue and glue this down. But when you put the controller on there, and you see it sits in there nicely. I traced it out with a Sharpie. And on this guy, on the top part that slides, there's some foam underneath there. So when this comes all the way down, that's what I wanted. Because when I'm moving this around, I don't want the controller to be flopping around in there. So I might add a little bit more so that it's nice and snug. All right. But that's how it sits in there. And I'll continue working on it and then I'll show you guys. All right, guys, so here we go. I have it set up. You can see it here. Traktor S2 controller. We got the MacBook for the music. I have my external hard drive. I have my headphones. And this is what I was talking about. Right here, you see? So it clears, it's not bending or anything. So that's good. And let me show you the back end. This slides nicely. Okay. This is my carrying case for the headphones. And I went oversized like this because I wanted all this extra room. I wanted to be able to have my my power cord in here. I have the MacBook set up here, and you will need this USB hub here. It would be great if you had a powered hub for the USB, just so that it doesn't die out on you or have any issues. But here I cut a little bit of room for the USB communication cable for the Traktor. I could still plug in the power supply for the Traktor. I will get that, and that's on order, but it hasn't come in yet. And then here are your main outs for the speakers. You have your mic in and mic out. Now, this gave me so much trouble, as well as this, and I'm going to explain why in a few minutes. But I just wanted to show you guys all this room that you have back here. I could put my headphones in there, and it still closes nicely. Let me see, get this cable out here, and it still moves back, and it gives you plenty of room for the controller. There is a through hole here, but you got to remove this plate, and I'm gonna keep it there because I don't want to remove the plate. So I'm just gonna, I think that looks nice. It cleans everything up. This is the table that I take when I DJ, so I just like to show you guys my setup. Yours might be a little different, but I think this will work nicely. All right, so let me show you what I found was the problem with this, or it's not a problem, but I just did not know. I tried going on YouTube to see what other people did, but nobody spoke about this. So the problem that I had is that down here, I don't know if you can see the mouse, but down here is the Traktor software. So I had the old software for the Z2 controller that I used with the Technique 1200s. Now that software will not run this Traktor S2. So when you register your Traktor controller, you download the new software. And in the beginning, I thought this wasn't working. I thought I needed the supply, because I did not know that once you open up the software, this will light up, and that is what turns on this Traktor controller. So it's loading. So let's see. Once it's finishing loading, this guy will light up and it'll be ready to go. Okay. So yeah. So it is on. It's just hard to see. It's hard to see because it's daylight out here, but it is working. If I go here, you can see that I'm controlling, and that's with this guy here. And then once you press it, it'll load the program. Okay? And then when you hit start, it'll start playing. All right? So you might say to yourself, oh, well, that's easy. Okay? But now here's the other thing. I was having an issue where you go down over here and my playlists, and the issue that I was having is that the Traktor did not see my external hard drive. So the reason it didn't see it is because this external hard drive was not formatted to the new Traktor controller. And if I were to format it, it would not, well, if I were to format it, I would have erased all the music that I had on there already. All right. So you see all these playlists that I have? I would have lost all that music. So if I minimize this with the external hard drive and the USB hub, you see my external hard drive right here. All right. So without that, and the Mac only has two ports here to connect, one for power and one for whatever you're going to connect to it. So that's why you need to have this USB hub here. So like I said before, I do recommend that you get a powered USB hub, but this works in the meantime. And if you do get a power supply for the controller, it'll brighten up the lights more than what you see here. So you see that the lights are bright, but you know, since it's daylight out, it's hard to tell, but you'll get more light up with these guys if you have the power cord on there, the power supply to the Traktor. Now the other thing is, when you open up the Traktor, and this is something that I did not know and I found out the hard way, you have to go over here into your preferences, and you have to route everything. Okay, so if you plug in headphones, you have to route in the headphones. Output monitor, so right now I have it to the output monitor, I have it to headphones, but if you had like a DJ booth monitor, you would route that in here. But right now I have it to the headphones. You do your left and you do your right. And then for the master, you have to set it up to your speakers, which would be the main left and the main right. Okay? And then if you were recording out to like a device, you would have to set that up here as well. So that gave me a hard time. And also the fact that your controller manager, or I'm sorry, your file management, that is where you route all your music folders. And for some reason, my external hard drive was not showing up in there when I plugged it to this guy. Now I'm at the back, but when I plugged it here to iPad, you know, I should have been able to see the external hard drive, but I did not see the external hard drive. And when I plug in my mic setup, which I'll do in a little bit, when I plugged in the mic setup and you run it through the controller, it sounds horrible. it sounds muffled and there's a delay. So I was doing a party, a Sweet 16, and you know, I tried setting up the mic out here, and that's another thing that you have to set it up. You have to set up the mic on either C or D, right? So here you have A and B, and then you have to set it up in C or D. And at first I was going crazy trying to look for C or D, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it until I stumbled upon the view setup. When you go to the view setup, you go to layouts and you go to mixer, and there you see C or D. Now, that took a while for me to find. And then you do the live input right there, and that's how you get your mic. I'll show you that in a second when I set up the mic, but I don't advise you to do it. It sounds horrible. I'm gonna show you guys what I do for the mic input. All right, so you guys remember that other box? So here we have it. Bam, set up for the microphones. And this is another reason why I wanted to get this box, is because these guys actually broke. You know, I had this sitting on the DJ table, and you know, people come in, they put their coats on there, they put their bags on there, and somebody broke this on me. So, you know, this when the gig is over, you fold these guys up and everything is nice and protected. It looks clean setup. I got to get new antennas here. But then down here, so this is what I'm going to do with the mic. So down in this area here, I'm going to get another mixer. And what I'll do is I'll plug in this microphone station into that mixer, plug in the output of this into that mixer that goes in here, and then the output of that mixer will go into the speakers, and the mic setup will just go into that mixer, and everything will be nice and clean. Now, one last thing. So the way this sits here, it's like at waist level. All right, now for those of you that have DJ'd for some time now, you know that having this at waist level will take a toll on your back. So what I'm going to do is stack this guy on top of this guy to bring this up. I want it to kind of be like at my chest level, and let me show you what that looks like. So here it is, guys. Nice. Everything's at my reach right here. Got the laptop, got the controller, we got the mic set up, and then I'll have a mixer here for the speakers and the microphones. And I'm gonna set up in the back, I'm gonna set up little holders for these guys. So when the gig is over, nice, quick, and easy breakdown of the equipment, and everything is protected. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any comments. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys may have. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I have a big range of things that I work on here. Hope you guys like it. Peace.